Welcome to episode 5 of Bacon Battalion. Our full troop is here, and if you haven't been watching the show so far, this is what has happened. The party are attempting to defeat the evil Mistress of the island of Felldeep, who's been raising undead all over the place and causing general mayhem. They're under a certain amount of obligation to the Merfolk King, who has given them a mere 5 days to track down and bring the Queen before him. Otherwise, he will flood out their beloved city of Fort Brast, which would probably irritate the barbarian king, who has also put them under request to find out who exactly is raising all the undead that are attacking his city. Our party now finds themselves in a canyon deep below the fortress of Felldeep, and are in negotiations with a rather emotional water elemental as to what they should do to make entry into the fortress of Felldeep. And now we continue.
So glad the GM forgot about the goblins.
Yeah, I'm like...
It's called leaving out some information so people go and watch the previous episodes, because the goblins are awesome.
The goblins are awesome and totally not stereotypical.
And the goblins
were...
The goblins were no help to me, just by the way. They went with me and helped nothing.
It's because you didn't treat them well.
I'm sorry that your leadership skills aren't up to making them useful.
I'm more of a lone wolf, so that's okay.
That one goblin totally
That's a
loved
different
you,
system
though.
that I play, and you can go and check that out on the other channel. Thanks, Sean.
For
You're
that
welcome.
plug.
Now we continue.
Okay.
So you are standing consoling the water elemental. You two are standing on the opposite side, next to her on the opposite side of this gigantic circular water cistern. You have just crossed with Mangasori as your travel companion, for lack of a better word. And that's where you find yourselves. There's a set of stone steps which lead down round the side of the cistern, deeper down into the structure. And that's it. What you doing?
So our options are go down the stairs or
Go
stay
back
here.
across the water bridge.
But we have to find a way to release our friend here.
Yes.
Don't worry, we will make sure you are free. This person is not very nice.
Mangasori is not looking at you. She is purposefully checking her equipment for stuff.
That's fine, I'm okay.
All right, so we start going downstairs.
Yeah,
I will wait till you have all gone, and then I will go down. I just want to spend a little more time with my friend.
So I'm gonna go last.
The steps are glistening with a certain amount of moisture that has gathered upon them. And they have no railing down the side, so as you proceed down the steps, you have a 5-foot clearance from the wall to a drop that seems to go down forever.
I think we should do this in single file.
I don't think we should go down there. It's very far.
So just because it's far, we shouldn't go down? Or is there another reason?
Well, you can't fly.
This is true, but what else are we going to do?
Dominate the water elemental. My father does it all the time. You just have to be commanding and have a trident.
Okay, well, I don't have a trident. And I think it's friends with us right now. I don't want to piss it off.
Okay, all right. But are we going to kill the Drow by throwing them off into the darkness? That would be justice. It would be sending them back to the underdark thing, space. We need to do it before the human mates with the other one.
Did not
So
need,
there's a chance.
I did not need that image in my head. Is it possible to if I use my little take my little axes, and then if at any point it feels like I might grip to how hard are the stones around me?
The stones are pretty hard, but they're not very well made, so you think that you could get your axes to purchase quite easily.
Okay. So I'm gonna go down the stairs, but I'll have my little axes ready for misfortune.
Is there any way I can use knowledge, language, and spellcraft to try and understand, find out the water elemental's name?
Not that you know of. Most of your information says that they don't even have names.
Okay.
But not many people have ever bothered to ask them.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Do you know how to speak to water elementals?
Sure, don't you?
No.
Oh, but then why hasn't it ripped your face off yet?
Right. Because Nelisa is very good at making people friends.
Oh, I thought she was using magical powers to mind control it.
No.
Oh. Then that's strange, because usually they don't talk to strangers.
You're not very helpful.
You mean all this time that it's been talking to you, you haven't even been responding to it?
No, because we don't understand it.
Well, how does it know that?
Well, we don't even know that it's talking to us.
Oh.
What's
I probably
it
should
saying?
have told you then. It's been talking to you this whole time.
Oh my god. So guys, Owen can understand what the water elemental is saying. And apparently it's been talking to us the whole time.
Okay, you tell me what Gowan says so that I can actually have conversation with my friend. I'm so sorry. I will listen now. Silence.
Let me try this. Make a willpower saving throw.
Oh my god. That's never good. No? Yes. Seven?
You feel as if water has just dribbled down the back of your neck, and you smell like this salty. It's a bizarre combination of a strong sea salt and like rose petals and bean curd.
Why do the merfolk continually cast moist magic?
So water is one of the prime spell components.
It is. And then suddenly, you now can speak Mer.
Okay.
So you hear this rather booming voice. If you just go away and stop, I won't ever do anything again. Just make the cat stop. Please, make it stop. I don't care about her problems or her people. I just want quiet.
Nelisa, stop stroking the water elemental.
Phrasing, boom.
But why? He seems like no. Oh, okay.
Okay. She stopped.
Now you talk to me?
Sorry. There was a miscommunication.
Apparently. Why was she stroking me?
She thought that was how she could be friends with you.
Should I stroke her back?
What's he saying?
You three are basically hearing Nelisa going.
I'm like, what's the holder? Has she finally lost it? Is she losing her mind?
We're listening to water elemental.
That's ridiculous.
If it would make you feel better, or you can. It's okay. I can tell her that that you're friends with her. It's okay. She will stop stroking you.
The furry one promised to have me released.
Yes, we can make that happen. It's the lady of the tower that's holding you here. Yes, we are on a quest to defeat her.
How?
Can I, while she's doing this, can I knowledge
Do you have linguistics?
No. I can have knowledge language if I... Is that a thing?
Knowledge, language.
Yeah.
Make a roll.
Okay, to like try and glean some skills. 15 plus 3, 18.
With penalties, you're just hearing her going...
But I think I'm getting it. And then you just see me my mouth going...
How will you defeat this creature that has entombed me here for millennia?
We have created this great party. And with our like skills combined,
We are Captain Planet.
We are saving a water elemental. I feel like this is something Captain Planet would look kindly upon.
we shall defeat her. Whether it means like imprisoning her or like killing her, like completely.
I would see her drown.
You can do that.
Oh, you know,
Goblin does want
beggars
her.
can't be choosers.
Well, the merfolk
What do
do
you
want
want?
her, so I'm pretty sure she's going to drown.
Yeah.
Then I wish you good speed, great warrior.
Thank you. By the by, do you know what's at the bottom of these steps?
Yes.
Could you tell us?
Yes.
So what's at the bottom of these steps?
The chamber in which is contained the essence of me, trapping me here.
So, if we were to open that chamber, what would happen?
I would be freed.
Would you help us if we free you
To do what?
to get into the tower?
I do not know how to get into that tower.
There's a well, apparently, that can go that has fresh water that goes into the tower. If we could get there, we could like destroy the evil that has trapped you here.
I am a master of water. If there is a water access, I will take you along it.
That's me.
Okay, so we have a deal.
Yes.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
what's he say? What's it say?
Okay, so at the bottom of these steps, am I talking normal now?
Mm.
So do I even know that I'm
She turns
going?
and looks at you, goes, swoosh, 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 swoosh. And you're like,
At the bottom of these steps is a chamber which is holding the essence of our friend here, the water elemental. If we get into the chamber, we can release him, free him.
Okay.
In exchange, if there is a water access to this well that leads to the tower, to get into the tower, he can travel us there. He
Yeah.
has said.
Yeah, it is very useful. What is water elemental's name?
What is your name?
He gives you a name, which is only understandable in the language. But in the common tongue, your best translation would be breaks upon rock and devours it.
lovely guy. Super friendly.
So, best translation of his name is breaks upon rocks and devours it.
I like it. It's a very strong name. Okay, start going downstairs. We got free you now. And I'm like, that's very cool that you can speak merfolk. Like you were like the whole time. I think I'm getting it right. Hey?
And I look at the water elemental as I go down the steps.
What is she talking about? Was I aware that I was talking another language?
Yes, yes.
I
yeah,
was?
yeah.
How
It
did
was-
I do that? Go on, is this all your fault?
What do you mean my fault? You were just saying that you couldn't understand it, and now that I made you understand it...
No, shh! I didn't mean to make you cry. Shh!
I'm not crying.
I don't know how to deal with emotions.
Yeah, like I said, Ernesto, whoever seems to have the best idea at the time.
And you have survived this long. When did you leave?
When did we leave what?
Wherever it is that you started.
Couple of weeks ago?
You have survived for weeks?
Well, I mean, yes, there was the thing with the goblins, and the thing with the undead and the barbarians before that. But yeah.
If I did not know you, my friend, I would say that you are shooting a lie. But I know you. You are not prone to the exaggerations.
No, not really. Why? How long have you been coming after the lady?
This is the latest expedition on behalf of our lords, but it's not for me to... we have been for 3 weeks on this journey, but it was mainly making our way to the surface. There are no access portals nearby, so we had to journey by traditional means.
Right.
But
It's about the same for us. I mean, yes, we had to travel by a goblin ship, and the thing with the undead box and the crew of undead things, I suppose. Look, a fair amount has happened.
I am not sure that Vestastius knew just how far your necromantic powers extended.
What is it?
But
Necromantic powers? What do you...
how does one travel with undead and not get consumed or turned by them unless one can control them?
As soon as I hear Vestasius' name, I start going back to listen to this conversation. And touching the ring.
Oh, no. It was just... Well, we... I don't know.
Huh.
I'm like, guys, what's the hold up? We're on the clock, yeah.
Let's
You
make
know
the
that, right?
story.
Mango Story is hanging around at the back, as far away from him as humanly possible.
Okay.
I'm Frenchish.
All right.
Because it's awkward now.
Now it's awkward.
Yeah,
Now?
it's
Let's
awkward.
make that happen.
Now it's a little awkward. I'm like, guys, we're on the clock. Yeah, I kind of look at Manager's Story. I'm like, yeah, guys, give me going.
You catch her looking at you as you say, and then of course she immediately looks away.
Like, just glances.
Yeah. And then adjusting.
I'm totally going to
steps.
sense motive on her. Just as we go down.
Yeah, 26.
There is a certain attraction which she can't hide, unfortunately, even though she thinks she is. The more she projects big, strong female, the worse it gets.
I'm going to write
It
you
just
on
so
my
happens
notes.
I'm into
Manga
strong
story
females.
loves Killian.
Some graffiti on the stone wall as you're walking down the steps. Like, guys, who wrote this? None of us. Really? Really?
Okay.
You're like, hashtag shipping. What is it?
You continue down the stairs, and you first, then the barbarian, then Melissa,
Yes, but I'm listening.
then Barador and Damdasta, and right at the end is Mangastori.
He loves Killian, but only I know, so it's a secret, which I will keep for use.
You continue down the stairs, and they wind around and around and around the cistern. And after maybe 10 minutes of circling, you eventually get to a landing platform that seems to have been worn smooth with time. The edges that would normally have been squared off have certainly curved and are now smooth. Inset is this ancient door that looks as if it has been constructed out of almost stone, but on closer examination you realize it has been constructed out of wood that has been slowly blasted smooth to almost rock-like finish by many, many years' worth of abrasion from water moving up and down this cistern. The door appears to be quite locked.
Quite locked, you say.
Okay, I'm going to knowledge arcana on it, or spellcraft.
For what?
To just see if the door's magical, because assumingly
Okay.
it's the door to his essence.
Sure.
Are we at the bottom of the steps?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a
A landing that's washed smooth, yeah.
18.
okay.
Door's not magical.
Is it just a landing and then the hole goes further down?
Yes.
Or are we at the bottom of it?
No, it continues further down.
Okay, but there's a landing and a door.
Correct.
Okay.
Further down you can see there's a pool of water. And of course in the center, stretching
This is column
upwards,
of water going up.
is the column of the elemental who's been lowering himself down as you've been moving down the stairs so he can watch what you're doing.
Okay.
Barador, I think you should check the door.
Yeah, that's what
It's
I was
not magical
about to
door.
do. Smart guy.
It's not magical door.
Is there a keyhole? Is it a big keyhole? Is it a small keyhole? Is it a...
Well, on first examination, you realize there is no keyhole at all.
Okay.
And you realize the reason why the door is firmly locked is because you think the wood is warped to such a degree that it has just sealed itself in.
Okay. Is there anywhere along the edge that we can get something in to maybe lever against it?
That's the point. The wood is sort of almost fused into the surrounding stone because it has warped over time and re-warped and re-warped. It actually has a fine veneer of sand over it.
Can I borrow one of your axes for a bit? These are... Ow. Okay.
Is this door,
Door
where
would have
essence
to-
is? Ask.
Open to that side, probably to keep up with water. So I'm going to start chipping on the right-hand side, sort of on the edge where the door meets the stone.
Okay.
I want to just see if I can bevel some leverage in there so we can maybe jam a lever in to try and force it open.
All right. What are the rest of you doing whilst Barador is busy chipping
I'm
away?
So,
asking her.
So the water elemental's like watching us,
Watching.
right? I want to ask him. So is this your door?
That is indeed my door.
Okay. Just making sure.
So is it door? What is down bottom? If this is door?
What's it? Is there anything else on the bottom?
Water.
Just water? Okay.
Yes.
There's just water at the bottom. This is his door.
And bones.
Oh.
And shiny stuff. I can show you. You seem to be interested in this kind of thing.
What's he saying?
You will hear a rumbling of water from below you.
I still move. I move slightly towards the edge, but like trying to look casual so that it doesn't look like I don't actually want to get wet. So I don't want to like offend the water elemental.
Sense motive.
On?
Her. Just because.
She doesn't want to get wet.
15.
It's not hard. She doesn't want to get wet, but she's trying to play it cool. But not so cool so that she would not get away from it in time.
If we went in a dungeon right now, I would cannonball right next to her, though.
Sorry. It's still recording?
You're still recording and in the center of the screen.
So this water level starts to rise beneath you. Barador, please work faster, says Damdesta.
Yeah.
It's,
I
it's
don't
okay.
wanna
It's
be-
okay. He's showing us something.
Oh, okay. And then I'm like,
So the water level rises to the point where the landing is and no further. And you can see sort of bubbling on the surface of it. There's bits of rusted plate mail. There's some chain mail that sort of floats past. There's a silver sword that sort of stands point on end and then sinks back down. And just deeper and underneath are these shining little gems, some very weather-worn coins sort of floating around. Quite a bolus of stuff And then a skull sort of drifts up and looks at you with its empty sockets and then rolls back down into the bubbling water.
That looks like some interesting stuff. He's just chipping away.
Chipping away.
I'm like, so you want claiming that stuff? Because that looks pretty.
I think if
Talking
water
about it.
elemental wanted us to have it, he will give it to us. Maybe he is just showing it to us. I'm not saying don't put your hand in it. It's very rude to put your hand in other people's things. Isn't that right, Manga Story?
I'm like, sure. So I'm like,
She gives you this look.
she's gonna kill you again.
And then I just look super innocent.
I'll be like, oh, man, I'm just gonna walk over to where the stuff is. I'm like, can I have a look at this stuff? You wanna look at me? Like you're
So
you guys
our
buddies?
fighter wants to look at the things you're showing us. If he touches your water self, he's not going to drown, is he?
I won't drown not for another 4 hours.
I'll give you this flotsam if you release me.
We are planning on releasing you.
Yes. The little one is taking time with the door.
It's a little jammed. We just want to make sure there's no traps when we open it.
Yeah, I'll look at the elemental one. Don't worry, I've got this. I'll walk over and I'll be like, give me one of those axes.
You've beveled in quite some way, and you realize that the edge of the wood is a lot more fragile than the center parts.
Okay.
But it's more like caking off the mineral
Just-
deposits
yeah.
that have accrued over it than anything else. So eventually you get to a point where you can wedge in a blade. What
Okay.
blade are you going to wedge in there?
I have 1 or 2 daggers left.
Yes.
That I will. I don't want to put too much pressure on any one spot,
All right.
so I'm gonna see if I can. If I jam a dagger in there and just wiggle it back and forth, I'm gonna see if that sort of cracks the mineral deposit away, and I'm just gonna use that to just try and wedge it out from the inside rather than having to chip away from it from the outside.
Make a strength check.
I accidentally left my longsword in one of the other rooms. Sorry.
Yeah, sure.
Legitimate.
Like-
Did you what?
5.
I've got my cleaver though.
You're like,
My half sword.
Yeah, no, this is gonna take more work with the chipping.
So
Can
when,
I
he
help
says,
him?
when he says that, I'm like, oh, well, good thing there looks like there's sword in water breaks over rock and kills people. Because you know what? You forgot this sword. What?
It's because I was.
You don't see me forgetting my whips or my dagger or my rope.
Well, I was kind of busy saving lives. and
Even
stuff.
in death,
So
I had whips, dagger, and rope.
I want to take the dagger from him and try and wedge it myself.
you're going to let him?
Well, sure.
Strength check.
Just
I'm going to inspire competence because clearly
Strength, baby.
people are
Strength, baby.
Like,
Oh.
+2.
So
+2.
6.
Oh god.
I'm like, there's something wrong with this
Clearly-
dagger.
no,
It's not working.
if you
clearly it's going to
can-
need a bit more work with the axe. It's okay. It's okay.
You want me to open the door?
You've still got, and then I stop singing. You've still
You
got
can
inspire
open the door?
competence for 2.
It
2
is
rounds.
structure.
Oh, so
Structure
it's 8,
breaks to water.
For 2 rounds.
actually. No, it was 8.
Okay, guys, stand
Six.
back.
Okay.
Would you
Okay.
please?
So
I move.
back up
Just
the
like
sta-
in
Oh,
case
yeah.
it wasn't said.
You're oh yeah, no, if she's sort of standing aside from the water elemental between the door, then I'm going up a couple of steps.
Okay.
I move, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The water elemental just extends a hand out towards the door, well, hand mitten shaped thing, towards the door, and you see it touch the door, and then the water sort of ripples, and for a moment you sort of see the breaking of almost like waves over the length of the arm, and you hear this crashing sound of waves breaking on things, And then you realize the arm is just going through the door, and the door is just sort of shattering around it on either side. And then it pulls its hand out and brings some of the stonework of the door frame out with it.
I whispered to Kalas, I'm like, yeah, it's very scary. I'm very glad we made friends. Like,
The door is
Scary.
gone.
Thank you.
yes, thank you so much.
We will go through and
suppose we'll
free
go,
your-
go take a look at what's inside.
You should tell him to kill the Drow. He could totally crush them, and they wouldn't be able to do anything about it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it.
I take out my whip. I'm prepping myself to
I'm
go into the
gonna
room.
I'm gonna look around the corner of the door frame.
Yeah, I'm like on either side of the door. He looks to the one side, the other side. He looks there like.
On the other side of the door is a rather terrified-looking woman. She may be about... she's a human. Long, sort of straggly grey hair tied in a rather poor bun, so a lot of it has escaped. She's holding a bucket, which is shaking so much that the water is sloshing out of it. She's dressed in a brown, very drab, woolen kind of dress, simple boots. Her face is very lined, not very clean at all. But she's standing there shaking with this bucket of water. In front of her is what appears to be a well. And she has probably just drawn water from said well. Make him kill him.
What's inside?
I'm like, I'm not gonna shoot her.
What? And then I
So you
push
know.
past Killian. I'm like, what?
What?
I'll shoot her.
I said I'm not gonna shoot her.
Yes, but I'm like, what? Who said anything about shooting anyone? I push him and I'm like, hello.
All right.
They were
What are you doing?
Going into the room.
Okay.
Suddenly, 6 people armed to the teeth surround the woman with one.
Drop the bucket.
Don't, no,
She
don't.
drops it.
Oh, God.
Tank, 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 tank.
I'm going to knowledge spellcraft.
Don't hurt me, please.
Oh, good. I don't know nothing. I'm just so shocked by what you just did.
I'm like, it's
Like
okay.
10.
We're not gonna hurt you. But what are you? What are you doing here? What's that? Explain now.
Drawing water for the mistress's bath?
Really?
Yes.
Are we in the tower?
No.
Are we in her keep?
Who's her?
The mistress.
Oh, then yes.
I look around. What else is in the room? Are there sigils or...
The room is a circular chamber, fairly small. There's a well in the center. There's a spiral staircase that leads up the other side of it, opposite from where you came in on. Inset into the wall on the one side, though, is this rather beautiful aquamarine blue pane of very thick glass set into the wall itself. It has got quite a lot of growth of funguses and algae on both sides of the glass, but behind it you can see there's this very small little shape busy doing agitated circles inside whatever is behind the glass.
I'm guessing
Okay.
that's our friend's essence.
Yeah, I'm going to go to it and look at it, and I'm going to sort of rub Vistasius' ring, like, give me power in my mind to try and figure out how to release this. And I'm going to spellcraft?
Knowledge engineering.
Knowledge engineering. Okay. 15?
Dungeoneering?
15, this is a very heavy piece of glass. You suspect it is completely surrounded by some kind of magic. Either that or the masonry is unbelievably well made. It does look like it has been here for a very long time.
Okay. Could I do knowledge arcana to know if just breaking the glass will free him, or if it will damage him?
Make a knowledge arcana check.
18?
You have no idea what magics are involved here. There's all sorts of things. You'll need an actual detect magic spell to work it out.
Okay, I'm gonna initiate that.
Okay. So you cast detect magic.
Mm-hmm.
There is a vast amount of transmutation magic cast upon this. There are layers of abjuration magic cast upon it. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
What are you three doing?
I want to look in the well. I think in specific, like, is the water like normal? Is it strange? What's the...
You look into the well and it's fairly clear, good-looking water, for lack of a better word. There's no little bits in it, and it smells fairly sweet.
Okay.
Similar to the aroma of the elemental when
okay.
you walked underneath it.
So I said to him, I'm like, okay, where? Can you tell us where this bath is? You can totally ambush this freaking thing when she's about to jump in the bath. Do you have all the spells? Do you have the stars?
I'm focused. I don't hear you.
Well, when she's done, she can make one of us look like this here woman. We could totally catch her by surprise. Right?
As an aside, you know I'm only level 3.
There are no levels in life.
I need everyone to make an initiative check, please.
Oh.
Damn it. Okay, this dice is... Oh my goodness. Sorry, no. This dice is jinxed.
19.
14.
12.
What's
So
your-
you're all discussing what this little old lady could or could not do for you necessarily, and suddenly she gives you this blank stare, and then you see blood pouring out the corners of her mouth, and she sinks to the floor.
I didn't do it.
No, I did, says Dandasta, standing behind her, pulling his blade out the back of her head.
We
Dude.
needed to find out where the do you know your way around the keep?
No, but she is working for Mistress, so whatever information she gives you will be erroneous anyway. She could lie and say it is 1 floor up or 50 floors up,
She might be under
all the
duress.
time delaying you from achieving your goal. She was nothing but a distraction.
She might
She
be under
serves
duress,
no
man.
purpose.
What's wrong with you?
Then she was not fighting back strong enough.
Oh.
I don't think it's wise to kill anyone in this keep anyway. We are dealing with someone who raises the dead.
Okay.
I know that, says Mangasori, as you see she's now starting to cut the woman's head off with the blade.
I'm like, can I?
This is gross.
I'm going to.
What's your armor class?
My armor class is 17.
A spray of fresh warm blood sprays across you,
She's marking you for mating later.
and she goes, oops, and carries on cutting the head off.
Like, cool.
Dandasta,
Yes.
do you know anything about the kind of magic that might be involved in binding a water elemental
Oh,
to a
I-
glass box?
That was Vestastus' area of expertise, I'm afraid. I know very little.
So it looks like it's transmutation and abjuration magic.
So I'm going to, because I assume the glass pane is a magic device.
Okay.
So can I use magic device to see if I can disable it? Sorry guys,
Make
I
a
don't really understand how to. Okay. 16.
It's not a magical device, it's just got magic carved and cast all over it.
Okay, and then when I detected magic, did I see if it was magic holding it on or masonry? Because I would
The
have
whole
sensed
area glowed.
the whole. Okay, so it's probably.
Okay, so these panel glass is obviously where they are holding his essence. And in my vast knowledge, and then I rub Pistachio's ring, I'm like, like, I know what magic it is, and it's strong, and there's lots, and that's about it. So I'm going to, okay. And then I'm really rubbing Vista's ring like crazy. I'm going to suggest we break the glass, but only one person, and healthiest looking person, and everyone is not in the room. Okay, and then I exit the room. And then I peep around the corner and I'm like, okay, so, and I look, who looks healthy? Manga's story.
Well, she's currently cutting the woman's torso open.
Oh, and then I look, I'm like, what are you doing?
You said it yourself. This is the land of the undead. Once we have cut her open, we will set her on fire, and then she cannot resurrect as undead.
Okay, yes, but how did she get to dead first place?
I killed her, says Dendaster.
Did we not just have this conversation in other room? Is enough killing? What is wrong with you people? Okay. And then I stand back and I look at the water elemental and I'm like, okay,
She seems very upset.
Well, I can't blame her.
Ask
Can
the-
you
Does
just
she know this woman?
Can you just not kill anyone until it's kind of they're trying to kill us? Just saying, it'll make things easier.
And then
'cause
I
this
peek
is a
through
bit
the door.
gory.
or maim. I'm okay if they're also trying to maim us. And then I lean back against the wall outside.
How did you survive? I do not understand. He says as he's busy pouring oil all over the now filet mignon old woman.
Can you ask
I'm pretty sure
the
that, like,
elemental
Setting on fire is
if
going to alert
he
everybody to the
can
fact
break
that
the
we're
box
here.
out of the wall?
Just so you know, because it is small and close spaces, there will be smoke, the smell of something burning. Might set someone off. I'm just thinking about that, you know. Don't you think?
Mangastori stands up with her weapon, which she wipes on her sleeve and sheathes.
While she's doing that, I'm washing blood off my face from the water in the well.
You don't think we have not done this before?
And then I peep around the corner and I'm like,
I don't know.
Unlike some people, we're not amateurs.
You know, we might not have the experience, but, you know, talent doesn't need experience.
and then you just hear,
So then I suspect you need both. And she walks past.
I'm like, so anyway, what is your suggestion?
someone break glass
Yeah, I'll
and
do it.
everyone else
Wait,
get out.
before we do that. So I walk out back door to the water elemental. Are you able to break the pain that restrains you, or do...
No.
No. Okay. Okay, who's going to break glass?
Oh wait, I will sing an inspiring song of confidence. And then just let me know when you're ready.
So you
And
say
then
behind the glass there's water, right? Like a water.
is his essence. So try not to hit on that spot.
Okay,
yes?
so I'll do it. Okay? And you say it's magical?
I will help you so that you don't fail.
I will sing a
I
song
don't
for
fail.
both of you. And then I lean back against the wall, secret with the water elemental, and I'm like,
I'm like,
and then I'm going to.
They're going to die.
It seems likely.
Yeah.
Shall we go wait upstairs a
Yeah.
little bit?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm
I'm
going to.
leaving the room.
And then as I'm like, are you ready? And then I'm peeping. And then, are you ready?
take out my cleaver, because it's magical, so hopefully it'll help me break the thing.
Sure.
Okay.
Spin it around in my hand.
Mangastori pulls out her two blades.
And I was just like,
And
sorry.
then,
Make-
but before
make
he
her-
does, I'm
yeah.
going to sing Inspire Courage, which is +1 morale bonus on saving throws
Okay.
versus Charm and Fear. And I'm going to sing it in Cathar, which I've never done before. And I'm singing, go into the chapel and we're gonna get married.
Oh, I'm gonna drown the cat.
You know I'm going to kill your girlfriend, right?
I'll help you. And she's not my girlfriend.
Well, she certainly acts like it.
I really love you.
Make your attack roll.
It is with the... 22?
All right. You smash into this glass. Absolute power surges through you. The cleaver itself seems to glow in a... you think it's a blue light, but it could just be the light that's coming off of the glass. And there are sparks as you smash into the glass. She buries her blades into it as well. And the combined effect is these cracks just start spreading throughout the glass. However, as the cracks spread, you see them start to slow, and then you see them slowly start to retreat as the glass appears to fix
Can't hit
itself.
again before it's...
You can make a roll.
Okay, I'm gonna stop my body performance,
Okay.
but it
15.
lingers for 2 rounds.
All right. You smash it again, and again the cracks extend a little bit further, but then they start retreating back again. This is futile, says Mangastori. This glass is impervious.
Maybe you need more help?
It's not so much about more people being able to fit in, it's the space. It's only that wide a window. So.
Yeah.
Okay, I sing different song, new tactic, and then I'm going to +1 competence to attack and damage. And then in Patho again, I'm going to change it to
Drow and human sitting in a tree. Kissing. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes we have dry human baby in I don't think it will be golden. Okay, human and drow sitting in a tree.
so +1 to attack and damage.
All I'm saying,
It's in Catho.
you better bring your cat under control.
You'd think she'd
can
calm
speak
herself
Cat
down
already.
after dying once.
I don't know what she's singing. I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't like to do that. I think dogs everywhere are crying.
It's killing
right now.
herself laughing.
I
in the back.
prefer dogs to cats.
I'm a dog person
I
too.
turn to you and I'm like,
Go figure.
That is not anything to be proud of. And she smashes into the glass again.
I'm like, I thought you said this was futile. Why are you hitting it again?
Because I want to hit something.
Oh,
That is what her singing makes me want to do.
Well, have at it. I'm gonna walk away. I'm like, listen, Galasa, can you?
No, I turn you around. No, go back inside.
It's such a pity when you just give up like the loser you are. And she hits it again.
Okay.
Ooh.
Freaking hell.
If humans could
I'm
rage.
gonna hit it, and if my blade goes through, I'm
Mm.
gonna leave it there and see what happens, so that the cracks can't seal completely.
Okay. What are you two doing?
+1 to the...
I'm laughing hysterically.
16.
So
+1,
the
eh?
the pane
17.
itself isn't very big. It's
No,
like this wide.
no.
Nelisa, how big was the magical aura?
Extended about that far on either side into the rock.
It surrounds into the rock.
So about that area. So the attack bonus lingers for 2.
The elemental can't break the glass, but can he maybe carve the box out of the wall for us?
What's his name again?
Breaks upon rock and devours it. Water that breaks upon rock and devours it.
Breaks upon rocks and devours it. Can you
Yes.
break the rock around the chamber of your essence?
I will try.
Okay, get out the way!
You smash in with your cleaver and you leave it there. And you see the cracks come back to a certain distance, 17 centimeters around the blade, and then they don't retreat any further. Then you hear her shouting, "Get out the way."
On to something, yeah.
I
Okay, okay.
Has the aura dissipated from where the cleaver is?
No.
Okay, but at least like it stopped there. Okay, 1 second, and then we'll move out the way. Tell me a story. Like, try and get your blades as close to mine as possible, and see if we can kind of weaken that area.
I'm so sorry.
If you would be so kind.
She buries them right next to your blades, but the action of doing so puts her shoulder right up against your shoulder, to try and get the angle in. The cracks spread, and they stick now a little bit further away.
Okay, I think we do.
And,
Well,
and then you
let's-
hear a rushing water noise behind you.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, let's just leave them in there. Maybe they'll weaken it enough so that our friend can also maybe try and force the cracks open.
You want me to leave my blades in here?
We'll get the back. Calm yourself.
These blades are older than your entire families, generations upon generations.
Yeah, they look pretty old and rusty. You should probably get some new ones. Can we just back away here, please? I don't have to, like, rescue you, because, like, Lord forbid.
Okay. She starts walking up the stairs
Okay,
to get out of the chamber.
cool. I will say, like, kind of other side of the well towards by the stairs.
Okay. Now,
Would you please?
again, this arm extends. You see it moving into the room. It gets to near the glass. And as it gets to the glass, it just starts to break into water droplets. And you see his arm trying to move this way and try and move that way as he tries to get to near the wall that is encased in it. But as he gets closer to the wall, his form just turns into water droplets.
Okay, stop.
I have
Don't dissipate yourself.
yes, I have
It is
idea.
too strong.
So I go into the room. I'm like, everyone come here, and I look that part where what I assume is his essences.
Yeah.
I'm like, if we put weapons around that part, because it looks like it's stopping to fix where weapons are stuck. We put weapons surrounding part where essence is. Maybe we can then just break out essence bit. Yes?
Yeah, that makes sense to me.
Sure.
Don't
Give it a
look so
try.
surprised, Barador. It's a good idea. Okay. So
I'll give Killian a couple of daggers to try and
Wedge
sort
in
that
there.
out.
I give Mangus story my
I think they
dagger.
need to, need to be magical, but let me try with the first one and see what happens.
Well, there's chinks right now.
What
Maybe
if-
put a dagger into the chink, and then just beat it in with something. Is there something?
Wait, I've got an idea. What can't you maybe use your little fish dagger and like put it in and go?
It
pop, and
doesn't.
pops
It
open?
doesn't like being close to water.
Guys.
You remember what happened in the swamp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
No, I'm not taking it out. Actually, I check is it in this cabin.
Okay, so I'll take the dagger and try and wedge it into one of
Okay.
the cracks there.
You punch it into the crack, you try and sort of work it in, and it seems to hold. The cracks don't come back to it either.
Okay, so everyone can see where essence is. Okay, we put around.
Okay, I'll put another one in there.
Okay.
So we're kind of like weakening the
You're
one
kind
side.
of working. Eventually, a whole chunk of glass falls onto the floor. And a little stream of water starts to dribble out.
I'll grab the bucket and bring it back to try and catch the water that's coming out.
Okay, so you kind of put the bucket against the wall and it starts to drip in there. You've kind of got this pin cushion of weapons that you're all busy frantically trying to work. Give me a
trying to wedge out.
collective strength check. We need to get above 45. Mango Story adds 6.
I
yeah.
rolled 15.
Okay, so you had 15.
Natural 20.
20 in total.
13.
There's a collective "Rah!" as you all just pull on these weapons. The whole front eventually just cracks open and the water gushes down into the bucket, fills the bucket completely, overflows onto the floor. But no sooner has the water fallen on the floor than instantly this massive maw comes through the door of breaks upon rocks and it devours it. And the water droplets all start to form these long tendrils that just lift up towards the mitten and start to reunite with it. And as you are watching, the central sort of column forms, and that little shaped worm is not the right word. It kind of looks like a tadpole. Sort of swims up and joins in with the whole thing, and his color changes to this amazing green, almost emerald, transparent look. And there is it sounds like a low rumbling, which builds to almost a deafening noise in this chamber of just water crashing around, splashing. For a moment you think maybe it's all falling apart or the cistern is filling up. Then you realize that that's the sound coming from inside this thing. And it is the sound of something that is overjoyed and just playing in the water, just jumping in and out of it and really just having a marvelous time. The hand then slowly retracts.
I look at the two drow. Are they moved by this at all?
The manga story is looking at Killian and then looks at the water. And Damdaster is... his eyes were there, but you can see that he's busy trying to set the corpse alight.
Okay, and then I whisper, I was like, the Stasios would have thought this was good.
There's a black flame that erupts over the corpse.
Okay, I grab like my cleaver, sheath it, and I grab Manga Story's 2 swords and stuff and walk over to them like that. And then I just kind of...
You touched my blades, she says, taking them and sheathing them.
It looks like someone needs to touch your blades. It hasn't been touched in a long time.
And then I look at Galassa and I'm like... and I'm like, Galassa, can I talk with you over here for a second? And then when she comes to me, I just start laughing softly.
So there's like a 4 or 5 daggers on the floor
Yes.
now.
Okay, I think we should prepare ourselves for going to the place and taking the things and saying thank you to...
Yes. And maybe healing ourselves up for whatever danger might be ahead. Just saying.
That would be good. I hate to say that I have exceeded all that is in my power to do so. And there's no more healing potions.
Can we...
There is
Is it
a
a good-
problem with your idea of staying in the recuperating. The mistress is expecting her bath, yes?
Yes.
I think we need to just go and hope for the best.
Yeah, possibly.
Maybe in amongst wreckage and flotsam is healing potions?
Maybe.
Maybe they died?
Well, let's see what your friend has for us.
So is breaks upon rocks and devours it still splashing around by the doorway? Or
You
is
go
he
back
gone
to the
back?
cistern and you see that there is no sign of him at all.
Did you happen to leave anything behind?
Well, there's water way down there, but it's dark.
What a dick.
And on that note, we'll see you again next week. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and goodbye.